cave here to put lights through the back side, glowing at the appropriate moment in the narrative story. So wow. This is an interactive landscape showing all of the nuances of magic that we experience out in the real desert.
The ancient sorcerers, from the Valley of Mexico up to the American Southwest, would give you their intention.
They were the ones who knew how to work and create beauty.
Nurit would be able to cover all of a comeback. Now, of course, I thought it was the orgasmic pleasure that Nora gives me. However, it turned out that it was. Pardon, a UFO? Now's your chance.
Looks like a UFO to me.
Body, collect information and express it through sound, vision, through connecting with my ally Kirk, flying together to bring an experience to the people around us. Possibility of taking that information and displaying it through a multimedia show like All Orange.
All Orange was a way of combining all of our talents, film, sound, vision, into a shamanic ritual. More than a performance piece, All Orange was supposed to be a world that the audience was transported to. All Orange utilized Noor's singing, my magic tricks from my youth, the new ways of presenting magical experience, film, for example, all combined into what we called a neo-vaudeville performance.
Never knew how long it would take. Fortunes of men lost in the way. Forever he do, she do it.
Just a little bit.
Thank you so much. What a lovely audience. Next to you. Thank you. You begin to carve, you begin to see the meditative nature of the process.
it's pure seeing, where your dialogue is stopped and you begin to see other worlds. Rituals was the fact that I wanted to use my entire neighborhood in Oakland, California to be actors and contribute to the film. So since the film was about people's habits, from blinking to how they fold their arms, I went around the neighborhood with a 8mm camera having people fold their arms, blink excessively, or do some of the habits that I call the Wanakan population had acquired unconsciously. Now the other funny thing about it is I had them put on cardboard hats or capes and stuff so they looked kind of primal and part of this Wanakan world I was creating. Now they'd walk around the street in Oakland, go into a business, let's say a realtor, and say, put on this funny cardboard hat and start blinking excessively while I film you. What do you think? Well, surprisingly at that time in 1975, nobody really said no unless they were busy doing something else. So I went to an elderly woman who I'd never seen before. I went to her gardener and said, you be the shaman, and put on all this fancy paraphernalia and play this little instrument that I had made. Nobody said no. Now at the premiere, which is really interesting, I was working primarily for black discotheques at the time, building cardboard interiors for them. I decided to have the premiere of Rituals in the black disco, inviting all the neighborhood people that had been in it to the premiere. Now the music at the premiere were a band that I had found that played only little plastic children's toy instruments. But it was funny here. So here you had the black disco goers, you had the people who were in the movie, you had these people playing toy instruments who had never seen the film before, all gathered in this big cardboard room that I had created for the disco dancing. Well, after the film was over, I don't recall a single person coming up to me and saying this was a movie. They were in another world. So for me, painting and doing art was about the way people see. I wanted to discover through my explorations how shapes and colors come to our brain. And maybe in the process then discover a wider range of human seeing. And that's where I was led into the mystic, into sorcery through visual art. Now I would practice going down corridors with my eyes closed, see the colors change through my eyelids, read every possible article in Scientific American about the mechanisms of seeing, began to explore from a scientific standpoint what people had done, how the artist and then the mystic had explored the unseen world. As I do a painting now, it's like walking through a landscape and depicting my seeing adventure. And this type of dream seeing began to fascinate me immensely. The non-solidity of something as solid as a rock and how you could go into it with your third eye.